What's up guys, it's HON and today I'm gonna show you guys something. I'm not sure if you would call it a leak or probably you would call it a great find, but I got some information for you guys that probably you guys don't know about. So the Twitter has 3,780 followers, but there are actually 231,000 owners of the game. And 86,000 players for the past 2 weeks have been played. So let's go back to the Twitter so I can show you guys some information. So a lot of people haven't looked at this Twitter account to see all the releases and keep complaining about nothing is happening underneath, nothing, and no information is coming out enough to sustain the people's hype. But let's take a look at this video. Just take a good look at the video. Did you see anything? Did you notice something? Okay, first things first. As you can see on his hotbar, there is a jacket. There is a jacket on his hotbar, and there is a white wall. It looks like some other material that hasn't been introduced in the game yet. It looks small, like something like a little ramp. And we have something there that looks like a battery. There's something that looks like a battery, and there's a pants. Now this looks like real hardcore leather type pants. That's what it looks like in the far right, close to the fire pit. It looks like one of those heavy jackets, so it's like, I'm not sure how much cold, or it's gonna be a developer thing or an early access thing for people who got the game in early access or something like that. But as you can see, there's leather, there's a battery, and you can always check the Twitter. I'll have the Twitter in the description below so you can check it out yourself. And there's the ramp and there's a coat. Now let's go into video. And if I pause it right there, look in the corner by the roach. There is something going straight across. Something going straight across. It's got red and it's got a little gray on it. Now I got some information to back that up, but let's just wait. Just analyze this. And I can't seem to get a nice look at time snap frame. But as you can see, it's very long. It's very long. It takes about, let's see how much walls. It looks like about 3 to 4 walls across. And that's something that's not in the game yet. It's not in the game currently. So it's been worked out. It's been tested, right? So let's scroll down. See that we already saw that already, and we saw the this right there. Let me just click it and make it open up a little bit bigger. Yes, we have this. This looks like the safari kind of trucks. And we have the roach. And here's a better view of what it looks like. See how long it is? So probably this could be what they're talking about when they say that your base is gonna be degrading and all this kind of stuff like that. But it looks like something that's like a fabricator. If you know arc, it's like the fabricator for it to make molded plastic or whatever kind of stuff like that. It's possible the red thing that we were seeing before could be something where you put in the gas inside it or whatever you have to put inside it. But take a good look at that. It looks very interesting. And this came out last year, March 28th. So it means that they have content, a lot of content that they already worked on, and they just have it in the hiding basically. Because here's the truck that they had earlier for shot little clip driving it from early last year. So here's the truck, and it's not in the game yet. So it means that they're either working on trying to gradually push out information to make us happy, or they're just working out finding the bugs and checking it out. I see a guy in the ceiling up there. I'm not sure if he's falling down or what, but yeah, that's just a great find right there. So all you guys are thinking that nothing is happening behind, there's a lot of information out there in the public for you. So let's scroll along a little bit. Let's see if there is any other information that I could have missed up. Oh well, there's the truck driving without any wheels, and here's the stuff in his inventory what I showed you. So that actually is a part. If you look at it, it's actually a part. And we have on the side there is some form of a rusty axe or rusty morning. No, she go in the customs. Yeah, so As you can see, there's a rustier hatchet in his hand, in his inventory. Well, it's in his belt, they say, and the stuff. So it looks like you're gonna have to put different pieces together to make that long thing that we saw in the beginning. Now I know this video gonna be long because I got all the information I'm gonna show you guys, so just tune in. Here you can see it again in his inventory, and as you can see, this guy is making a ramp. I'm not sure what this ramp is about and how it is created. It could be the white stuff that we saw before, and there's nothing on this the rest of the Twitter. That's all that's there. So let's go again to this. Now I found an article which is an interview from one of the developers from the game, and they're talking about this bird, which I told some of the guys. I told the guys that the bird have been aggroing towards me, but it hasn't been trying to really attack me, but it has been coming down looking like it want to hit me something. But I guess they haven't really implemented that in the game as yet. But as you can see, the bird has a health. Now here's the guy saying that his favorite bug has been so far was a bone scale issue with the Rafaga, which is the bird predator. Only when he aggroed to you, his head is 10 times bigger. It was terrifying. So that's what the guy said. So basically, the bird that you see flying all over you, it's gonna be able to attack you soon enough. So with that information, that's just pretty cool. So let's look for some more information. Now there's a couple of banners that are out there, and you guys probably missed it. So I'm just gonna open up my I actually have the images. Sorry for the trucks passing. I'm actually so close to the road right now. So here's the vehicle, and here's something that you guys probably didn't see. There's a ruby. There is a ruby in the game. So it looks kind of like I can't even remember what its name is. The Ember, but it's ruby. It's a legendary item, legendary gem, resource item. So that's something that's in the game. As you can see, molten spear, it actually looks like it. So basically these two things are basically go hand in hand because they look so similar. And let's go a little bit there. So if you look at this guy has a torch in his inventory, so which means that we're soon gonna be able to hold a torch in our hand. And as you can see, there is something looks like the Owang seeds. Well, it looks different, but it's possible that this was a long time, so basically the image wasn't scaled to how it is now in our inventory. So let's just say that's the Owang. Now this one is something completely different. This one is actually cotton seeds. So we have Owang seeds, cotton seeds, and we have a torch. So that's something to think about right there. And all the information will be in the description, so you guys can look it up. I also saw this shotgun. It doesn't look like the shotgun we have in our inventory. The image looks quite different. I'm not sure if it actually is different or it's just the image. They decided to use the ugly one instead of the grayish kind of one we have in the background, inventory when you have it, the icon, or it's a different type of shotgun. Two different shotguns in the game, and we have two different parts. I saw this parts looks like engine and something else, so I guess with that they actually probably the roach, all the parts that are actually in the roach right now, they probably wanted to make it be like you would need like 7 pieces of a transport to fit it together and stuff like that, but they realized that is just too much. So they thought that people would be very angry about that, so they decided to make it be that we just find the engine part and the 3D parts that we actually look for nowadays instead of all that parts, because that would be annoying, trust me. So I'm so glad they didn't put that in the game. Now I was getting to something else. Let's go back up here. And I saw this image on Hurtworld.com, and I was like, I can't remember seeing this in the snow area. It's like a wooden building, and it looks like it mix of wood and metal, and the top is like eaten out and it was rotting in. It looks like a dilapidated kind of place, and I haven't seen that in the game yet. I'm not sure if it's there, so please tell me in the comment section below so I can find out and see how it really looks, because I've been in the cold area and I haven't seen that as yet. It could just be a background image, nobody knows, or somebody knows, please tell me. So let's look again. So you see, it's in his inventory, it's brown, but my one is gray, so I'm not sure if it's something completely different. Now let's get down to this right there. So let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Open that up. Now what you may not have noticed, that this arrow looks completely different than our normal arrow. I'm not sure if it's for something different or it's just two different scale that they tried. Now we have up there, it's the broken leg. It's a broken leg, which means that they're trying to put icons for when your leg is broken and stuff like that, because look, we have the hungry, we have the radiation, we got the cold, we got the sun, we got the poison. And here we have, guess what? Yeah, for when you're underwater, most likely. So if you're drowning or something like that, most likely that's gonna be in the game. Water is going to be in the game. You may be able to swim or something like that. Now we have something like this. This looks like, I have no idea, but it kind of looks like something to do with cold breeze. Probably the cold breeze. Usually when you hear these things say, it could be the cold breeze. You'll see that icon there every time the cold breeze passes. And here's one showing that this guy is on fire. So this could be something coming up soon that you could catch on fire, because I saw something. Its name is the Shepherd, and I'm not sure if in case he's a boss, but I believe that the place that we call the faraway lands, the radiation area, this area is going to be like a PvE area, because I just wouldn't believe that they would just put a radiation area in the game for no reason. So probably it is for future content actually. And let me show you guys something else. Let me see if I get it. Let me just modified. So if it's unmodified, that means all the information that I'm looking for should be up there. I think that's it. Yeah, no, that's not it. Let me try to get it for you guys fast as possible. But that's actually it, you know, but that's not the one I want to show you guys. If you look up in the map, there's a bunch of nodes. Yeah, so as I was saying, that this is the flame, which could be part of that boss-like creature that I'm about to show you guys in a second. And here is the bleeding icon. As you can see, the blood drop and blood coming from his mouth. Now that's not implemented as yet, so most of these things may not be implemented because maybe the bugs might be too much to handle, or it may be in future updates that are very far. And here we have the splash, which is soaking. We have a couple of icons below there, like the goat, the roach, the roach and the quad, and we have something like an ownership stake right there. I'm not sure if that's really the ownership stake, or it could be possibly a model that was there before they really made it to that totem-like structure. Let's look for another picture right there. So here's another one. Now this one has a dice, and all these images are on the site if you look for it on Hurtworld.com. This one is a dice, could be part of the PvE aspect, and here is a gem. Now the gem it possibly coincides with the character that I'm about to show you guys right now, which is the Shepherd. There is a video on YouTube where the guy spawned it. Anybody can spawn it actually. So there is the video. As you can see, it's like a shaman kind of stuff like that. So you can see that they are heading to that kind of spiritual kind of game. Yeah, so it's actually in the game, and there's actually a mining bow. You actually use it to shoot any resource, and then when you shoot the resources, you basically get it without touching it. So you could stay far and just shoot it and get the resource. And other than the gem, we have something brown up there, but we'll get to that soon in a better looking way. It looks like gold. And we have, this is a Yeti horn actually. Yeti horn. Well, actually, one is the Yeti horn and one is the Sasquatch horn. But let's close that off and let's get to it. So we're done with this, and here's the side that it's on. It's on the Hurtworld side, so that's where it is, that nobody basically looked at. And here is the aggro that I showed you guys before. So let's go to this. Here's where the gold is. So first of all, you guys should be able to see there's an AK. So basically there is already an AK in the game, which is pretty nice. Oh, it's coming soon. That's the icons. Everything here is the icons for it in the game when it's on your hotbar, when it's in your inventory. We have the amber, we have this, and we have an anvil. And the anvil actually, let me zoom out a little bit because it kind of looks a bit fuzzy. Actually it doesn't really change. Yeah, the anvil. And if I go across, you can see there's body armor. And there is a set of body armor. Yeah, so as I was saying, I'm just being interrupted every second. So yeah, there's body armor. There's a whole set of body armor. There's the whole breastplate. There is the for the shin go down, for the hands, the head. So there's a set of armor, and there's an anvil. So you should know, as long as there's an enemy, that means there's a master craftsman somewhere that uses metal. So let's scroll down a bit. So that's something to get hype about. Here's the arrow that I was showing you guys before. And here is armor L pants. I'm not sure what that means. Armor L shoes. The ones at the top is armor H. So I'm not too sure. And here is the rusty axe that I showed you guys on the hotbar. There's also assault rifle clip. Yeah, so as I was saying, just being interrupted second by second, because I'm so important. The assault rifle clip, and if we go down, we see it. We see what I was talking about, and it looks. They have it labeled as a blast furnace, but we already have a blast furnace, which is this one. So I doubt that it's actually the blast furnace for the same particular task that we already have it for. It's for the same thing that I've been showing you. And here's the block ramp. It's called a block ramp. And here is the block square. So it looks like there are other materials coming into Hurtworld. We have the blue ingot, we have the blue ore icon, and blue shirt. Let's scroll along a little bit. We have the bow of punishment. We have the broken bone icon. I'm not sure if that's gonna be replaced with it. We also have a camo jacket and a camo pants. So as you can see, there's things coming to Hurtworld that would really make the game pretty nice if we have a little bit more grass on the ground. I mean, if we had prone, but prone is so messed up to configure and get working properly. Prone, there's always a problem. Sometimes we fall through the ground. There's always a problem with prone, so I doubt it will have prone in, so you'd be like camping with a sniper and stuff like that. We also have the canister, which is most likely to hold some kind of liquid, where there's water or something like that. Scroll down a little bit. We have how much different color chem suits. No, I was saying, while I was scrolling down there, let me just show you guys this first. The clay cauldron. Clay cauldrons, what is that for? So that's something that I have no idea why it would be for, but it should be to mold certain stuff. So I saw, as I was saying about the chem suits colors, I was saying that the coolant would be able to dye stuff after a while. In the same thing that I call the fabricator. It could be that we're gonna get different color coolants, because here they are, the icons are right here, and they could possibly dye clothes to different colors, as you can see below here. And we have here the cotton flower. Yeah, so we now have cotton, and we have the old icon, which is the old cotton flower, and we have cotton seeds. And if you look in the image on Twitter, you'll see it in his inventory, cotton seeds also. And we also have a green a drill, but it's not the red one, it's the kind of greenish kind of color. And let's go down a little bit more, and we find the torch and how much different color in the flannel shirt. There are different colors. We also have the flint ore. So there's the flint and there's a flint ore. Man, I'm really hyped about this in case these things come into Hurtworld for sure. And here we have the canister, the gas canister. So I guess it could possibly be something to do with something that they have not showed us yet, but let's scroll down and we'll see. So there's a gem aquamarine, which means that there's gonna have some water. Water has to be somewhere for this, so that could be in the PvE area. We're gonna be able to swim and stuff like that. That's why I show you guys the lungs icon. And we have the blue gem, the green gem, pink, purple, red, yellow, and here we have the generator. So this generator is gonna pour up certain things that I'm not sure about yet, but you guys should be hype about it, trust me. We have also the glass, we have the gold axe, and we have gold ingot, which makes sense that the gold ingot would make the gold axe. I'm not sure why you would use normal metal to make the gold axe. It just doesn't make sense. And here we have a couple stuff already in game, and we have the grey dice, which I have no idea, and we have the grey ingot, the grey ore, the grey sneakers, which makes sense. These things should go together, you know what I mean. And then we go across, we have the health icon, which is in the game already, so it's on the side. We have the hammer pants, MC Hammer. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, we have the heart. I guess they could make things like you could fall in love or something like that. We have the heat pack, which you probably can use when you're in the cold and it will keep you warm for a certain amount of time, which would make a lot of sense. We have also a hunting rifle right there. It's in camo and it looks pretty nice. It looks like the bolt action but camo. So let's go down a little bit, and we have another hunting rifle without the camo. We have the ice spear. We also have the insulated copper wire, which is obviously for the generator. And let's go across, we have the iron cauldron, and let's go down. And here we have the boots and the leather jacket that I showed you guys that the guy had in his hotbar. And we're gonna go down a little bit more, and here's the mold, the casting mold. So I'm not sure what that's gonna be doing, but it's casting mold. It says whatever it does already. Metal door. We have the gem. I'm not sure what that's about either, but let's hope that it comes very soon. And we have mineral icon. This looks like kind of like gold, and this one looks kind of like silver. And let's get to the next page. So the next thing is that we have a couple of minerals there. Not sure what they are gonna be for, but here we have what we call the molten alloy. We have the copper, the molten copper, the molten glass. So probably we're gonna be able to make glass and put windows and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. Molten gold, molten iron. We have them pouring right there with the, I guess you'll have to pour it using the in the anvil area. We have the rest stuff there. We have the mallet, and here we have a drill. An actual drill, like you remember in Rust, where you can put down the drill in the area and it'll pump and collect resources for you. Basically that's what it is right there, but I guess they might not put that in the game seeing that we already have a drill, unless they're gonna make it do something different. I'm not sure. Let's see. And we have the orange ingot, orange ore. We have the seeds of the orangs. We have orang seeds already, so you can see it's two different icons they use for it, but maybe this one looks better. And let's scroll along a little bit to something that we didn't see. So we have the ranger boots, ranger gloves, we have the ranger helmet, the jacket, and the pants. Okay, and let's go down a little bit. We have the red dice, we have the red hot iron, red hot shaped iron, and we have the winter jackets. So I'm not sure if they're trying to make different formulas to make different crafts, different weapons, different clothes and stuff with different formulas. And here are all the parts of the vehicles that they had to attach that I told you guys about. And let's scroll down a little bit, and we have the Sasquatch horn, and we have sand icon. I'm not sure what that's about, but I guess it can do with time. Maybe it's just the amount of time you have to stay in a PvE area or something like that. We have the rubber icon, rubber. So all that can have to do with the fabricator. And let's go down a little bit. And did I miss anything? No, I don't think so. We have the Medusa seeds and all this type of seeds already, so we covered that. And as you can see, there's a stone block, and here is the slug, which is the new vehicle that they want to introduce probably in the next 2 weeks or a week. We have the storage crate. I believe that this one was intended to be the storage crate, but then they changed it and make it look nice the way it is now for us. And there we go down. We have the tanning rack. Now a tanning rack is usually used to get leather, but we're already acquiring leather a particular way by killing the boars and stuff like that, so I wonder if it's for something else. But we have a tanning rack. It looks like it's going to be in the game. And we have the torch, which I showed you guys, so you'll be able to see in the darkness, which is pretty good because I'm tired of not being able to see in front of me, and just, yeah, it's basically that. We have a tropical bow, not sure what that's about, but it's there. We have the ultranium pickaxe. We have water drop. So obviously you can see these two things means that they're gonna be water in the game, so you guys should be happy, you guys should be jumping up. There's gonna be some nice stuff coming up. And we have the wolf hat icon, so I guess there's gonna be a wolf in the game and you're gonna have to kill it. I thought I saw something about wolf on the Trello, they call that, where they show different bugs, see different bugs that they have to fix and stuff like that. So there is the wolf hat, and it would look nice, trust me, it's gonna look nice. So, and here's the Yeti horn. So that's about it, that's about all I could find, and it's pretty interesting, all this information that I managed to find, because I've been searching, because you're not seeing anything happening, but you want to know that something is happening undercover, you know, something's happening below. So I'm just amazed. They think it's all these things rich in the game. I'm just gonna be amazed because it's pretty nice, pretty nice. Yeah, and all these flying insects and stuff like that is gonna be pretty cool. So anyways guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I mean, it was a little bit long, but there's a lot of stuff to show you guys. I just want to, if you reach that far, type in the description honorable. If you reach this far, type in the description honorable in the comment section, I mean honorable, so I could know that you reached that far, and you will be entered into a giveaway. So probably I'll do it in next week, because most likely people may not come across this video. But if you have reached that area, type in the word honorable in the comment, and maybe say something else. Don't just say honorable alone, just leave a comment saying that that's a good find or something like that, and say honorable. And thank you guys for watching, thank you for the tremendous support, and stay royal.